Hey everyone, welcome back to another Fortnite Save the World video. Today we will continue the Beginner's Guide series in Storm Shield defenses in Stonewood. This one will be the 5th defense. The rewards from all these missions before the defense are as usual, XP, tickets, some weapons or traps. And now we can upgrade our structures to tier 3. As I mentioned in the last video, I will farm a bit for the next defense, to get enough building materials for the builds, and to be able to craft some traps. So, for that, I will upgrade my pickaxe, to be able to destroy things faster. And my pack size, to be able to carry more guns, traps and upgrading materials. You can farm as you like in any mission here, even without finishing the mission. And of course, the higher the mission, the better the loot, like higher chances for 2-star upgrading materials instead of 1-star. But it doesn't matter that much anyway in Stonewood. That's everything till the 5th defense, so let's get into it. But before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe if you are enjoying the content. And don't forget to use code Larsis in the item shop if you want to support me, helps me a lot. This defense requires to place another amplifier, which will be our second amplifier in Stonewood till now. And it will be my amplifier B. Note that the letters depend on the order you place the amplifiers in. So, this is my amplifier B, since I placed it the second. But it will be your amplifier A if you placed it as your first amplifier. Just like we did with the south direction of the home base. Since this amplifier is just right behind it, so we didn't need the south direction build. Same thing with the west direction. My B amplifier will block this direction, so I will destroy the west direction builds. Now let's build this direction. The husk have 3 ways up. I will close 2 and build the 3rd one. I will use a bit more block-offs, just to be sure. We will destroy all of that anyway when we start building for endurance or war games. Now let's block the second way. All the block-offs will force them to follow this path, since it's the only open one to the amp. Remove part of this block off, it's extra anyway. And we can add more in other places if needed, but we can't right now, since the storm is blocking us. But it will expand after we finish this defense. A normal tunnel. Some walls, floors, and roofs. This will be more than enough. Add any damage traps you like. Right now, anything will work. You should have other traps by now, but to make it simple, I will just use wall darts and gas traps. Just like the previous defenses. I upgraded my wall darts to level 13. You can cover all the walls with traps. But to save some traps, I will add one only in each box. Use any floor traps you can craft. I will use the normal floor spikes, since it's the only one I can craft right now. I will upgrade the tunnel structures to level 2. You should have enough building materials by now. Also, you can surround the amp like this with walls and floors. Just in case something past the tunnel or a lobber or flinger throws something from a distance. These structures will stop them till you deal with them. A lot of shapes you can use around the amp to protect it. And this is what we call amp design. Also, you can add traps for it, but no need right now. The tunnel we built is more than enough. We can use a lobber shield, but I will explain it in the next video. For the home base, it may need some more traps, since the waves will be a bit bigger and longer. But I will keep it as it is for now. You can add some extra traps if you need. Same thing for amplifier A south and west directions. But don't worry, these storm shield defenses is easy. I just don't want to add ton of traps everywhere then ask you to remove them later. Plus it costs a lot, especially if you are still new in the game. Instead, I will add some edited floors like this, to make the path longer. Which will give the traps enough time to reload while the husk's still inside the tunnel. Again, nothing specific, just anything to slow them. I want you to use your imagination and build. Believe me, this is how you will learn how to build. But it's extra anyway, you can skip it and just add 3 or 4 more traps for each tunnel. I will upgrade this tunnel as well. A sploder can cause a lot of issues if he tried to destroy the tunnel. Same thing for the other direction. I haven't built the east direction during the last defense and used defenders instead. I will build it right now, since we will need it for the future defenses too. The husk have 2 ways to the amp. We can block one and build the other, but the storm right now is blocking the area around. So, I will just use a temporary build for both paths. I will add block-offs to force them to follow this ramp. Normal block-offs like the rest. And this is the best way to build in trap ramps. Cover it with walls like this, and a ceiling above. Block this ramp too. They will spawn here, and walk all the way through here. So, we can cover their path with wall darts, since it has 3 tiles range and can cover open areas. Since we can't build a decent tunnel right now. For boxes like this, broadsides trap is the best, for more damage like I explained in this video. But I'm just using the wall darts since everyone gets it during the game progress. Gas trap is not the best here, so, if you can, use any other trap that can cover bigger areas. Like the electric field trap for example. It can cover 3 by 3 area, and 2 tiles high. And you can add some in front of the tunnel like this. 2 tiles high of course. This is what we call a spawn cover. This roof with electric field traps can cover a very large area compared with gas trap, since it covers only 1 by 1 area, and a 1 tile high. Not the best I know, but you don't waste a lot of time for storm shield builds in Stonewood. We will invest more while building endurance mode. For the other path, it requires a lot of block-offs, since the spawn is very wide for it. But we can cover all of it right now, since the storm is covering most of the area we need to build our block-offs. So, I will just use any random block-offs here to minimize the path they will follow. Or you can just keep it opened and use your guns and defenders for this direction. After few defenses, we will be able to build solid tunnels here. And during this time, we will get more traps and upgrade our traps level. Since the terrain is weird here. The best way is to cover the area with high-range traps. You are right, wall darts and electric field traps. Just cover randomly. We may need to fight a bit as well for this direction. I will cover the amp here as well. Also, we need to build the south direction for amplifier B. I forgot it while building the west direction, so let's build it. This one is easier and cheaper than the west direction. And like the west direction, the husk have 3 ways up. I will close 2 and build the third as well. Usually, they can't go through gaps like this, but just in case, I will close it with a wall. This should be enough, but I will add more just in case. Now the main tunnel. This should be enough, but add more if you need to. Everything all set, and we can start the defense. As I mentioned, you can always do it with the help of full squad, which will make it much easier. Even you don't need to build anything. But I prefer doing these defenses solo. Building and editing will help you a lot to learn the game. Takers, just flying annoying mist monsters. They don't do anything to your build or the amp. They just target you. And if they can't reach you, they will just keep flying around till they despawn. And if you noticed, they look like Dementors from Harry Potter. As you see, the spawns are very small. So, for the future defenses, we can just replace our traps with higher level ones, or add some spawn covers in front of the tunnels and that's it. The husk level will get higher and higher every defense. So, it's better to increase your traps level if possible. If not, it's okay, you can just add more traps. I will explain this point further in the next video.
We have a break in the action. Another wave coming soon. Prepare for an attack from the west.
And of course, the best spot to stand during any storm shield defense is behind or on top of your amplifier, at least for now. To avoid routing or padding the husk. If you are running constructor, you can always use your base to make your build stronger.
We have a break in the action. Another wave coming soon. Prepare for an attack from the east.
For future defenses, electric field trap and ceiling drop traps will be the main key for the spawn covers. So, if you can, farm a bit more materials for both of these traps. Not necessary of course, but these two traps will make everything much easier, even the endurance mode. And after all the trouble with the east direction for amplifier A, it didn't get any wave.
You did.
Same rewards as usual. some XP, llamas, tickets, and a survivor. And we unlocked the third squad, which will help to increase our power level. Use any survivors right now, we don't have that many to pick from anyway. Just don't leave any slot empty. Use anything till you get better survivors. Also, don't forget to use your research points. If you don't know what that is, check this video. Now I will finish these missions for the next defense. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to use code Larsis in the item shop if you want to support me, helps me a lot. And like, subscribe if you are enjoying the content, helps the video a lot to reach more people. Big thanks to everyone using my code, really appreciate your support. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, see you in the next one.